Monday morning. Lots to talk about. We appreciate you starting your day here with us. We've already talked about LSU baseball taking 2 or 3 over the weekend. We mentioned LSU softball staying undefeated and opening conference play with 3 straight over Kentucky. They'll have the number 1 team in the country in Texas in town tomorrow, taking on LSU at Tiger Park, and it was a big weekend for LSU football as they picked up a commitment and had a ton of recruits on campus, but all eyeballs were on LSU women's basketball as the Lady Tigers were in the championship game of the conference going up against South Carolina, a rematch of the heavyweights earlier this year from Baton Rouge. That was a classic. Yesterday was a classic, and here just the morning after is the SEC Freshman of the Year and one of the top players in the league in Mikaylah Williams, and one of the newest members of the G Squad representing Gordon and the crew this morning from our team over at Get Gordon and GetGordon.com. Mikaylah, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing good. It's great to see you. Congratulations on your SEC Freshman of the Year award. I know that was I'm sure that was a goal of yours coming into your first year.
Yes, sir. I appreciate it.
I guess everybody wants to know, how's your health?
It's better and better every day.
Yeah.
We're getting there. We're getting to 100%.
And obviously your coach, Coach Mulkey, yesterday after the game was saying, don't ask me about Mikaylah. She's going to be ready to go come tourney time. And obviously y'all are right here, so you're feeling confident that you'll be good to go?
Absolutely. Yes, sir. I got my feet wet yesterday, and I'm ready to get back to it.
Beautiful pass.
Thank you.
Angel.
Appreciate it.
Were you a softball player?
I was, yes, sir.
So I mean, you feel confident throwing those. I know that there was a great highlight a couple of weeks ago where I believe it was against Auburn.
Georgia.
Was it Georgia? Yeah, where you threw the laser pass and hit Angel in stride, and it kind of skimmed right through 2 defenders. Tell me about yesterday's game. I know that was a hell of a basketball game.
Right. I think it was good. For what the team went through and the adversity that we faced. I think we did as best as we could at that time. And as far as like the commotion that happened and everything, I think that's just athletes being really competitive and going at it. I don't think there was any harm meant by any of it. So I think it was just women's playing basketball.
It's okay in competition not to like each other.
Absolutely.
I think that you could feel both sides have immense amount of respect for one another.
Absolutely.
But in the same sense, I would say that you could feel both sides don't like each other.
Right. Both of us want to win.
And that's competition.
Right.
Right? I mean, you two look like 2 of the best teams in the country and really bring the best out of one another. I loved what Angel said after the game. I mean, it kind of gave me chills. I don't know if you heard it, but, she just said, we're not scared of anybody. We're not scared of South Carolina. And if you saw us today, you should be fearing us because we're feeling ourselves right now.
Right.
You buying into that?
I mean, basically, I'm 10 toes down behind all of my teammates, and whatever Angel says goes. So whatever she says and whatever she does, all of us are backing her up 100%.
Can you talk about her as a leader? I don't know. I think the country is getting a kind of a look for the first time at her leadership skills. I think locally people have seen it and bought into it. You're probably one of the ones that has benefited the most from her type of leadership. How is she in that role?
Absolutely. I mean, Angel is somebody you want on your side. She's somebody that doesn't sugarcoat anything. She tells you the truth. She works hard. She leads by example. She explains how things are supposed to be done in this system. So I feel like a lot of people have a misconception of Angel, but she's actually a great person. She's very nice and kind off the court, but on the court, there's no need to be nice. We're all trying to win the same thing. So, of course, she's a dog. She's from Baltimore, like she says. So, and you can see that when she comes out and she gets that and when she's being a leader. But as her teammate, I'm open to accepting that and being ready to play behind her.
Is there such thing as a freshman wall? Did you hit anything like that? You've played basketball nearly year-round your whole life, right? I mean, was this a long season for you?
I feel like the season's just getting started. This is what all these games have prepared us for this March right here.
Yeah. So in the sense of your freshman class, obviously you came in with all the headlines. You were the top player in that class. You deserved all the accolades, but this freshman group was really respected when you looked at it on paper. Aaliyah Del Rosario's gotten some great minutes and looked like her confidence is budding. And then Janae Kent over the last couple of games has really seen her minutes uptick and now is kind of getting her confidence going into this season. Talk about your peers in your freshman class as they've gotten themselves prepared for this part of the schedule.
Right. I think the biggest thing for both of them was being ready when their number was called. So like Aaliyah was here the summer or the semester before all of us other freshmen got
She
there.
was an early enrollee.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So she was there working hard and getting surgery on her foot and fixing her body, and then staying there and working and working and working, getting in shape, dropping a couple pounds, being ready to learn the system. So I applaud her for that, and I feel like that right there is preparing her for what's coming up now. And as far as Janae, she's been working. She was just waiting for her number to be called. So I feel like the preparation met the opportunity, and that's what's happening.
In sports, you want to be playing right at the right time.
Right.
Right. And I believe this is the press conference I was talking about, Angel, yesterday. You can see her. I mean, you can feel the Baltimore coming through
Right, absolutely.
the microphone.
Right.
But when I watched that, I said to my son, they're playing their best at the right time.
Yes, absolutely.
And
We're
as
figuring
somebody
it
like,
out.
do you believe that?
I do. I feel like we're steady figuring things out. Like I've said, for the past couple of games, we haven't even had our full squad together.
Yeah.
So once we get pulled back and I get back to 100%, get my feet back wet and get back into the groove, it's going to be really scary.
How has Last Tierra helped that the team kind of find their maximum, get to their max effort? Because she's been, I mean, if you looked at the South Carolina game, the last time you played her, the last time y'all played, she made one mistake. Coach Mulkey said, come out. I'd imagine if she'd have played yesterday, her time and minutes would have been very much extended because she's gained the trust.
Mm-hmm. First things first, Poe's an amazing teammate. So it doesn't matter if she played 40 minutes. It doesn't matter if she played 3. She would have been the same teammate either way, and that's kind of what we look for in Poa. A leader, a great teammate, a great point guard. She's good in her role, and I feel like if we would have had her yesterday, it might have been a different story.
Tell me about being on the G Squad, part of the Gordon team. Obviously, there's a couple of your teammates on and represented in NIL with Gordon McKernan, but what's it like being one of the athletes?
Right. I love Gordon. You know what I mean? He's just, I feel like him embracing women's sports is something that I want to be a part of.
Yeah. How has the NIL part of college sports, has it affected you? In what ways has it affected you?
Obviously a positive effect, but it could be overwhelming sometimes because sometimes you just want to go to college and focus on the basketball side of it or the school side of it. But I'm blessed. I'm blessed to be in the position that I am and getting amazing opportunities from these different brand deals and different NIL deals. So I can't complain too much.
Good to see you back on the floor. Good to see you in studio this morning. Thanks for coming. This is cool. I was telling Molly from Gordon's team, and this is not anything on you. I just expected a text saying, can we bump this to later in the week with the travel and just what was going on. So I can't tell you how much I appreciate you making the time to get over here and handle this interview this morning. I appreciate you.
Thank you for having me.
Mikaylah Williams, she's a top freshman in the country as far as women's college basketball is concerned. She was just honored as the top freshman in the country in the Southeastern Conference. Pretty soon she'll be an All-American freshman, and she will be a part of LSU's tournament run, which gets going here pretty soon. And she's a part of the Gordon team as well over with Gordon McKernan. So it's great to see her on this Monday morning. We will be back. More of the show and close it out right after this on the Jordy Culotta Show.